we have as objectives for the team is to build processes that allow our customers to be successful with GoCardless. And then we were using spreadsheets, bespoke spreadsheets, I would add, for each customer to demonstrate what their project plan would look like. So very tedious, very manual, not scalable. As I mentioned, Rocketlane has enabled us to accelerate time to value by 59% compared to the previous financial year. My name is Costa and I lead professional services here at GoCardless. GoCardless is a business that's focused on building the world's bank payment network. And with that, we support businesses to collect payments from their customers in over 30 payments across the globe by leveraging bank payments as the primary method. So I'd say that the top things that we have as objectives for the team is to build processes that allow our customers to be successful with GoCardless and achieve the desired outcomes that led them to choose GoCardless in the first place. We had evolved, I would say, over time as the needs for the businesses evolved and our customers' needs followed as well. And that meant that we had sticked lots of processes together and stitched them together in a way that wasn't necessarily fit for purpose, I would say. It was working, but it wasn't optimized. And that's what led us on the search of identifying a tool that would best tick all of these boxes. The main tools that we were using were spreadsheets, which I'm sure everyone can relate to, and tools like Trello, anything that could give us visibility on the various tasks and activities that need to be completed for the customer's implementation. And then we were using spreadsheets, bespoke spreadsheets, I would add, for each customer to demonstrate what their project plan would look like. So very tedious, very manual, not scalable at all, unfortunately. Reporting the spreadsheets is something we would do by extracting the key data from our core CRM and then build all of the reporting around that. We now have different repositories in which we send the data and use that for a lot of our reporting. And with that, we make the informed decisions that we need to drive whatever changes we deem appropriate. Rocketlane has also helped with the native reporting that's built in within the tool. And particularly when looking at the areas that we can influence quite quickly and action as swiftly as we can, Rocketlane's reporting has been really beneficial in that sense. It gives me a very clear idea of what we need to focus on fast. So we currently track billable utilization for each implementation manager, and we also track the time spent on each project. This is very simple and easy to do now. Once the team adopted the practice of filling in timesheets, which I understand can be a little bit tedious at times, but once we got over that and we have the data in-house, we can now very easily track where time is being spent and to what efficiency. In the old world, it was much more difficult. We did have a mechanism of, again, collecting timesheet data, but what we would then do with that data is a different story, and how easy it was to access it, report on it, chop it up, if I can call it that, and derive insights from it. This has been one of the big changes that we've seen with Rocketlane. It just sort of worked outside of the box and gives me the insights that I needed. The first thing which immediately stuck out in my mind was how easy and simple it is to change things, generally. Whether it is adapting a project plan, creating new tasks, changing ownership of tasks, durations, timelines. All these things are crucial for any implementation project. And building a tool that's got simplicity in mind and ease of use is what stood out for me from the first time I saw it. That means that even when we've had to go on and build brand new onboarding, that is the approach that we now start with. So every single customer has a project plan, and we provide them with access to their own custom portal from the get-go. So right at the beginning, as part of the kickoff, that's the first thing that we talk about is how you'll access your implementation project, how we'll work with you. And as a result of that, we start with this as the non-negotiable, because that's what will also set the scene for how to make the implementation project a real success. Now, as a result of this, we've implemented loads of practices and changes to our processes over the past fiscal year. Since rolling out Rocketlane, we've maintained that same level consistently. Even though the volume of projects that the team has worked on has gone up, they've managed to deliver at a very high standard and keep our customers happy. So the CSAT has remained constant even though the volume has gone up, which I couldn't be more proud of. On a secondary level, as I mentioned, Rocketlane has enabled us to accelerate time to value by 59% compared to the previous financial year, which is an astounding result, considering that we have achieved this by scaling using technology and other levers rather than by increasing headcount.